Okay, hey guys, what's up? It's Ops here with another video. Okay, so this video I'm so excited to talk about because I've been wanting to make a video on this subject for a while, but finally getting around to it. So I'm going to talk about Disney Plus. Disney Plus came out more than 2 months ago. I cannot believe it. So I think I'll talk about how I went about hearing about it, getting it, and what I've been watching on it. So when I heard there was a whole new streaming channel coming out for Disney, I was really I didn't get it, because when I first heard about it, it was because there's a new Phineas and Ferb movie coming out that's all about Candace, which I'm so excited about because it's like Ashley Tisdale actually came back to do Candace. But that's the first time I heard about it. I was like, oh man, I was like, my mom's not gonna get this. But then like, once I heard what Disney Plus was with like all the movies and shows, I was obsessed with getting it. I think like I searched it, like how much it was, and I was so excited when I heard it was coming out because it had all like these old shows like Lizzie McGuire, That's So Raven, Kim Possible, Proud Family, Austin and Ally, all these shows that I loved. And all these movies that I loved from my literal childhood that my mom agreed to get it. And there's a lot of movies and stuff she liked too on it, so we were lucky enough to get Disney Plus the day it came out because like so many people were downloading it and getting it that the thing was like crashing, and I was lucky enough to get it the first day it came out and not have it crash. We got it on my Roku TV, which is awesome because I can watch Disney in like literal like awesome fashion. And yeah, so the first thing I ever watched on Disney Plus was The Game Plan with Madison Pettis and Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I'm obsessed with that movie. I love Madison Pettis. I love The Rock. I've known The Rock since I was little because my brothers used to watch wrestling all the time, so The Rock was part of my natural nature. The second thing that I watched was probably Lizzie McGuire. No lie, I watched that whole series in like a few weeks because Lizzie McGuire was literally the first ever show I watched on Disney Channel when it was on regular Disney Channel. Other movies I've watched are like the Santa Claus movies, and I'm watching The Emperor's New Groove right now, but I've watched the other movie, Double Teamed, Right on Track. Unfortunately, this wasn't out in October, so I had to look for Halloween Town on demand. I could not wait till November because I would just ruin it, kind of. I watched The Color of Friendship, Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen, all this different stuff. Like, I watched the original Freaky Friday that came out in the 70s or 60s. One of those two. If you guys have not watched that and you watched the other two Freaky Fridays, go watch the original because that's where it started, okay? Not the Lindsay Lohan one or the new one that was on Disney. There was one in like 60s or 70s that started it all. Okay, I cannot stress that enough. And if like guys, they have the original Parent Trap, the one before the Lindsay Lohan one, just like you guys gotta watch some of the older stuff because that's literally what started some of the newer stuff. Was literally some of the older stuff. So definitely when the news of this channel came out, I was a little bit skeptical about it, but overall I think it's really affordable. You know, it's like $70 a year or $7 a month. Definitely monthly is the ideal price for most people, but if you have the $70 to pay for it for a whole year, be my guest, go ahead and do that. We definitely have it monthly. My favorite thing about the channel is they just don't have like literal Disney stuff. You know, Disney owns a couple of different companies like National Geographic and stuff like that, so definitely that's kind of cool that they have different things, and it's not just shows and movies. They have like originals. Like, one show that I watched that was original on this was literally the High School Musical show, because I did grow up with the High School Musical movies, and I wanted to see what the show was like. I kind of liked the show. It was different than I expected. And then, of course, Casey Stroth guest starred on one episode, who was Martha in the movies, and freaking Lucas Gravio guest star on one of the episodes. I mean, Ryan. The guy who played Ryan on the movies was on the episodes. Like, apparently, like, in the contract, or, like, the premise of the show, no original cast members were supposed to show up. But yet, Ryan, one of the main six, or Lucas, one of the main six, shows up. Like, really? Like, I thought that was a rule, that there wasn't supposed to be that, but, like, whatever. And if we could get somebody else from the movie to show up, that would be great. Season 2 better be coming soon, because that show is kind of cool. One show that I'm excited that's going to come out, I'm hoping it's coming out because there's some news surrounding it, but the Lizzie McGuire reboot, or revival, whatever you want to call it, I'm so excited about that. Like, when I heard it was coming out, I kind of cried. I'm not going to lie. I kind of cried when I found out that Lizzie McGuire was getting a new thing. So, if you guys have not downloaded Disney Plus and you guys have been a little bit skeptical about it, definitely worth your investment and your time. A lot of people get obsessed with it, and it takes a while to get into the mojo of things of watching it and searching all that they have. But definitely worth your investment and time. You know, especially those who like the older Disney stuff and you can't find it anywhere. Disney Plus is your way to find it. Alright, so if you guys have got Disney Plus, comment down below if you were lucky enough to get it the first day like I was. If you have not downloaded it yet or got it yet, you don't have to tell me. Some people have money troubles, and I know it's not always so easy to get things that you really want. But also, if you guys do have Disney Plus, comment down below what's the first thing you watched on it. Alright? Peace out, guys. Bye.